Wow! You're an idiot!
The elusive Toro recycler transmission. This is a rear drive transmission. Problem with it is, as you can hear, gears don't engage. I expected to find completely worn out gears in this gearbox. So, okay, here you have the gearbox together. Just here to see the gears are not making contact. The gears are worn, but not terribly. Not terribly. Maybe half a millimeter. I don't know, something like that. I still got some of the old grease in there, the fresh grease that I put in trying to get it to work. I just cleaned off part of it. Maybe you can see the gears. They're in good condition. Again, they show a little bit of wear, but not much. I've had gearboxes before that were totally eaten up. This one doesn't seem that bad. The bearing rolls fine. Feels fairly solid still, not worn out. I noticed there's a little bit of play in here. So I think I can add plain washers here, locate this gear over just a little farther, and I'm thinking it will engage the gears perfectly if I do that. This is a test. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm just trying to see if I can save this transmission. Doesn't look that bad. This is a low speed, low heat application. So if I can just get those to engage, I think this gearbox can keep going. The axle's straight, no problems. It's just dirty, a little bit of rusty. That's about it. I looked it up on eReplacementParts.com. The washer in the transmission is the same part number as the washers on the axles. Part number is 364780. They're not cheap. They're around $4. I was looking for a way to do this. I originally used the Dremel, but that's 10,000 RPM plus becomes kind of lethal when you get up to 20,000 RPMs. And these little bristles, these are stainless steel. They will fly out of here and impale you. You won't even feel it. And they will get everywhere. It is a pain. I'm looking for a way to do that without the lethality, but the other way to do it is by hand. I ain't doing that. That's a lot of work. So I found a way to do it. Oh, you can also use a bench grinder with a wire brush in it, but again, that's a pretty high RPM, pretty lethal. You gotta wear eye protection. So I was looking for something low RPM. Here's what I came up with, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a Mighty DeWalt drill. I use it at lower speeds than the maximum RPM. I'm not sure what the RPM is on this drill. Wide open. 2500. So even wide open is 2500 RPMs. Okay. Found this piece of stock with a small hole in it, and I drilled it out. I don't know if this was in a box someone gave me with a lot of parts, so I don't know where you would find something like this, but it's really good because it never heats up and allows me to control the brush. And this is just a standard extension for a drill bit. And then I've got my wire brush on the end of it. This is my handy. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be clean. And now that part just slipped right off, so I can stick that washer in there and do my test. This is the only way to really clean off these small parts. These are actually new washers that were on a shelf. They're hardened steel washers. I want to get that little bit of that rust off of there before I install them. The only way to do it is with a Dremel. This might look like a nice friendly little tool. This is a medieval weapon in miniature form. It will throw those little bristles off of there at about 100 miles an hour. So you don't want to keep that tool away from you 90 degrees off that shaft. Keep it away from anything that you want to keep, because they will sink themselves into your skin. Very dangerous. But if you keep it at lower speed and you're careful, it's not really too bad. Number was one more washer. That's all I added. So I've got 2 of those hardened washers in there. I still got play. They're still playing there, but now the gears are engaging completely.
Yeah, baby.
Together it'll be even better, but it appears like it's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and pack this full of grease. Get this beautiful grease. Just fill the cavity with grease. Grease this area here. It's just kind of a seal. Like I said, these parts don't get super hot. You can use any grease you want. I got this at Meyer. It's actually used in marine applications, but I don't like to put stuff together with cheap grease. I kind of approximate the shape of the gearbox cover. So if you just kind of look at this, you see the shape of that. I don't know if you can tell on there. It's kind of to try to approximate the shape of this. That feels pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit of squeeze out at the bottom, just to be expected. I think that worked. And from what I can tell, it's acting like a new gearbox. I don't know. This may have worked. Okay, I will install that, test it. Alright, Toro 5, got that transmission in there that I added the washer into. Not much to see there other than the axle's clean.